All right, so hello all. Hope all is well. Hope you are enjoying this nice Sunday off. Welcome to our parent meeting. These don't last really long, usually like 30 minutes to an hour, if that. Like I said, we're going to review a lot of things that were communicated on our October newsletter and then give you guys an opportunity to ask questions, seek any clarification that you need, and then we're gonna hop off and let you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. So for those of you who participated in the popcorn fundraiser, those that sales report should be sent to me this week so that we can calculate it, give you your tuition discount, which will show up in November and December tuition. Um, we will have a virtual parent meeting at least once a month, every month of our normal season. Lots of things happened in September, so I needed time to regroup and make sure that I was able to give you guys updated, accurate information. So we didn't have one for September, which means we will have two in November. I think that's a good trade-off because there's a lot of information that's going to be coming down the pipe as we get ready for our Christmas show. So that gives you all an opportunity to meet with me twice in the same month, right before we get into showcase mode really heavy, especially for our newer parents, where this might be literally the first, only second time that you've performed with us. It's a very exciting time. There's just a lot of information that goes into making sure that everybody's on the same page and all that jazz. So I was similar to like what we did this month. I'll send a reminder, send the link, and then let you guys know when we're hopping on. Um, Welcome to all of our new families. We're so excited to have you. Really, really glad that the studio continues to grow. We love that. Looking through our newsletter now. Oh, for those of you, for new families who just joined, you should receive your dance bags for your dancers with with our logo and their name. Within the next 3 to 4 weeks, the print shop just let me know they're a little bit behind because they're doing some other orders for like schools and sports teams in their area on the west side, and so for the most part. 3 to 4 weeks is the standard time, but if that takes a little bit longer, I'll let you guys know. Um, Reminders that in preparation for our Christmas showcase, the dates for that showcase, I'm giving them to you in advance. So in case you guys are traveling for the holiday or things like that, you can make sure that this works in with your schedule for Christmas break, school breaks, all of that. So our dress rehearsal will be Sunday, December 14th. And then the show is on Saturday, December 20th. So the way that we do our showcase prep, we have our dress rehearsal about a week before the actual performance because that gives us time, that gives us that last little week of rehearsal to work out any last minute things that we see on stage during the dress rehearsal, get those kinks kind of worked out before it's time to perform. So again, those dates, Sunday, December 14th is the dress rehearsal. Saturday, December 20th is the showcase. We will be at Parma Snow Library again in that theater, address 2121 Snow Road. More details to come with that, but I just wanted to give you guys the date as soon as we had that locked in so you guys have that for your calendars. Um, And we have a question. You can either come off mute and ask your question, or you can type it in the chat, whichever works for you.
Sorry, it took a minute for me to find the unmute. And I apologize for being sick. Is the dress rehearsal at Snow as well, at the library as well, I should say?
Yes, so we do our dress rehearsal like full costume,
Got
full
it.
through of the show. And at that location, especially because, like I said, some of our families, with you guys being new, it gives you an opportunity to get familiar with the space before the day of, so that it's not so overwhelming that same day.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Of course. And I hope you feel better soon.
Thank you.
No worries. All right. Also, a couple things. We've had a number of kiddos coming to class not quite prepared for a class, mainly the hip hop class for the last 2 weeks. We've had a number of friends who did not have an extra change of shoes. I promise I'm not being rigid with that. It's really a safety thing. We don't want to track, rocks, water, moisture from the shoes that were worn outside onto the rehearsal space. That makes it unsafe for the dancers. We actually did have a kiddo scratch their foot on a rock, and so we want to make sure that we minimize things like that happening. We want to make sure everybody is safe. Also sanitary, because all types of things outside on the ground. We don't want to bring that into our space where the kids are dancing. Some of our choreography involves the dancers like moving around on the floor, things like that. Just safety, sanitary, all those things. So please making sure that dancers have that extra pair of shoes. Also making sure that they're properly dressed for all their other classes as well. So hip hop, just gym clothes, as long as they can move around, no jeans. That makes it really hard for them to get their full range of motion when we're doing our movements and choreography. And then for all other classes, ballet, jazz, tap, all of that, leotards, tights, they can wear shorts or skirts with the leotards if they want, but making sure that they have that base for sure. The great thing about getting ready for Christmas show, most of our costumes will have a leotard base as well. So that will be an extra uniform that the dancers will have going into next semester when they come back in January. So you'll at least have one other uniform for them. For the older kiddos, I tell them, even if it's not laundry day, you guys are old enough to be able to wash stuff out by hand, hang it up on the shower rack, have it dry by the morning. They call me old fashioned for that, but I'm like, hey, it works. So do what you need to do. And then if there's an instance where a dancer doesn't have what they need, of course, we have things in stock in our pop-up shop, so we can just give it to the dancer that day, add it to your account. It wouldn't be any more than like $20, $30 per item. We just want to make sure that they have what they need. And we'll, of course, send you a message to say, hey, we noticed that friend's shoes, they looked really tight, or they were complaining about the shoes were too tight, so we gave them some from the pop-up shop. We just added it to your costume fee, so on and so forth. Oh yeah, speaking of costume fee, so we're giving you guys an opportunity to break it up in installment payments if need be, especially for dancers who are in multiple classes. We know that that can get a little pricey. So if you need to break it up in, like, different pay periods and things like that, we totally understand, as long as everything is paid in full by Sunday, October 19th. So this gives us time to get everything that we need and not have to pay extra for, expedited shipping, things like that. Or if a costume comes to us, we've had issues where sometimes it got damaged in transit or it was too small, something like that. We have the time we need to send it back and then get what we need in that meantime, and having the cushion time to be able to do that. Um, this is a really short meeting. I'm like ripping through all of this. Tickets for Showcase should be on sale starting at that first Sunday in November. So you can either purchase them on our website under the Showcase tab. So it's mainattractiondance.com/showcase. That's also a good tab to just familiarize yourself with anyway. It has a lot of FAQs or frequently asked questions. If you have any questions regarding some of the most common things that parents ask about Showcase, about costumes, about tickets, about where we go, things like that. Most of that information, or what kind of makeup or hair or any and everything that the dancers need, in addition to their costumes. All of that information is there. We'll spend more time talking about that once we get into November, closer to showcase season. But just so you know, going to the website, going to the showcase tab has those details for you. You can also see our previous performances. So all of our Christmas shows, all of our spring shows, they're done professionally by a videographer. You have access to those. I know some studios require you to pay a fee to then release that footage to you. We don't do that. Main attraction, once the video is released to us from the videographer, we post it on the showcase tab of our website, and you can view it to your heart's content. This is also great for if you have family members who are out of town and can't make it to the show, then maybe you guys can get together for the holidays or something like that and watch the video, and you have unlimited access to that. So those tickets will go on sale either on the website. You can also get them through our Instagram page, Main Attraction Dance. If you're not already following us, make sure to do that. Share your experience with other, friends, family members, co-workers. We would love to have more families join, and you all get a referral discount for that. For any family who joins and they say that you referred them, you get 10% off 1 month's tuition as our way of saying thank you for helping us grow. Um, there's another question coming in. Let me check that out. No, there is no guest limit. Our tickets are kind of like first come, first serve, but we very rarely sell out. And then the way that the theater is set up for us, we have the ability, or staff can come in and add a few more rows of chairs on the floor. We also use that for our older audience members, or if they have any mobility issues and don't want to climb the stairs. So the theater that we use, it seats anywhere from 300 to like 350 people. So we usually do, now it's full, but that we don't normally sell out, and so we don't require a ticket minimum, like you can only buy this amount of tickets. You can just purchase to your heart's content. Usually the shining stars, the preschoolers, are the ones that pack it out. The grandma, daddy, cousins, aunties. So yes, pack it out, buy as many tickets as you want. Let's see. Yeah, tickets, website, Instagram. Another thing that we have started at the showcase that went really well the last couple of times we've done it. Two ways that you can be more involved with the show. Actually, three ways you can be more involved with the show. For our families who have been with us for a little while, at least a year or two, you're more than welcome to volunteer to help us backstage to get dancers ready. Families who volunteer for backstage, you do not have to purchase a ticket, and the performance will be live streamed through the dressing room, so you won't miss the performance. So I'll post the sign up sheet for that in the next couple of weeks for families who might be interested, parents who might be interested in helping backstage. We usually have 2 to 3 parents and staff members per dressing room to make sure that there's enough coverage in the space to make sure all the dancers get changed and all of that. So if that's something you're interested in, we would love to have you, and I'll give you more details about that in our November meeting. If you have a small business and you are interested in selling your products or services to our audience, we have vendor tables available at the showcase as well. You pay a fee, you get a table, you set up your display for your business, and audience members come, patronize, buy from you. We do The vendors who participate in the vendor showcase usually do really well, especially if they're selling food items, if they're selling like beauty, skincare, hair care things. Those tend to do really well with our audience. Candles, things like that. So any type of, and some clothing items, or if you make tumblers, anything like that, those items and those businesses tend to do really well as a vendor at our showcase. If that's something you're interested in, I will. All of this is coming up in the November meeting, but just giving you a understanding like coming attractions, think more ways that you can be involved with main attraction if you want to. Here's some other ways that you can do even more within the studio. So helping backstage, getting a vendor table to promote your business. We, like I said, we have at least like 300 people attending the showcase every time we have a showcase. So that's a great way to get your business in front of other potential clients and grow your client base. It means a lot to me to be able to do that because that's how we grew in our early years doing festivals and vendor events at different community functions. And so being able to provide that for other small business owners means the world to me to be able to do that because somebody gave that opportunity to me starting out. Um, Last thing, we have a fundraiser that comes with the showcase as well. We have switched to digital programs. It's environmentally friendly, so we don't have to print out a whole bunch of paper, and it also allows you to keep the program on your phone or on your tablet, however you want to maintain it. And so keeping that it's easier to keep up with than the paper copies that we were printing for people. And so you have the opportunity to either purchase flowers for your dancer or put a heartfelt message and a picture of them in the showcase to say, we're so proud of you, good luck, we know you're going to do great, whatever message you want. We will also have parent hoodies for our family. So I've had a number of parents ask about merch because they see how cute the merchandise is that we get for the dancers, our t-shirts and hoodies and things like that. And so we will have parent merch available for the Christmas show as well. So again, I will post all of that. There will be a Google form that I'll send to you guys where you can sign up to either get your dancer flowers, that heartfelt message in our showcase program, or getting a hoodie for yourself. We also have bundles, so if you want to do multiple options, it's a little bit more budget friendly to do that. So I will probably send that out next Sunday, give you guys time to think about what you might want to do with the showcase. So again, helping backstage, doing a vendor table, or participating in the fundraiser to get a shout out or some flowers for your dancer. I think that might be all. Let me double check the newsletter, make sure I got everything. Okay. So popcorn, virtual meetings, bags for new families, tennis shoes for hip hop, dress properly for other classes. Last thing. So since we're in the month of October, that last week of October, dancers can come dressed in costumes as long as the costumes don't restrict their range of motion. They still need to be able to move freely and they still need to be able to wear their proper footwear for that class. So that will be Sunday, October 26th and Tuesday, October 28th. If your dancer has classes either of those days, they can come dressed in a cute little costume. We'll take pictures, put it on Instagram. It'll be a great time. I have my butterfly wings coming from Amazon. I'm very excited about them. We're very excited about being able to dress up and celebrate. Now, if you do not celebrate Halloween, that is totally fine. Your dancer can still come. They don't have to dress up. This is not a mandatory thing. It's just a fun thing to do. And you don't have to like keep them home. You can still bring them. We've had instances with that. And it was like, well, I didn't know if I could bring them. You can absolutely bring your dancer. We do not want them to miss rehearsal. If you are not comfortable with them wearing a costume, that is totally fine. They can still come, make sure that they're learning the choreography. We have begun choreography in, I think, all of our classes now. It usually takes dancers about 6 to 8 weeks to learn the choreography. So we want to make sure the dancers are attending every single class because we want to make sure that they learn it in enough time to feel comfortable and confident with giving their best performance on stage. I think that is all. So let's open up the floor for questions. Does anybody have any questions? So you can either come off mute or type your question in the chat, however you want to do that. No questions?
Is it a Halloween party or they just dressing up for practices?
Just dressing up. We may give them like a cupcake or like a little bag of candy, but not like a full
Right.
party. We don't want them too hopped up on sugar. We need them to focus so they can learn the choreography.
So they can wear their costume.
Yes. hmm
And that's which practice? I mean,
The last Sunday and Tuesday of the month. So Sunday the 26th and Tuesday the 28th.
oh, okay.
Sorry to make you say this again. Is the performance the 20th or the 21st?
The 20th. So dress rehearsal is Sunday the 14th. Showcase is Saturday the 20th.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mhm. Okay, good question about the popcorn fundraiser. It usually takes, so we just finished last week. Um, the popcorn should be uh shipped to the studio within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So let's see, maybe hopefully by the 19th we'll have it. That way, if anybody chose to have their order shipped to us, it should be, fingers crossed, should be to us by the 19th, no later than the 26th. Dress rehearsal. So for both days, dress rehearsal and show, we are asking families to drop dancers off by 12 p.m. noon. Um, yep, so both days, drop off for dancers, 12 p.m. for dress rehearsal and showcase. Of course. Also, if you're getting text messages from me that say, check your email for a newsletter or for this or that, and you're not seeing it, check your spam folder because I found out that with us having info at the front of our email, sometimes that is registered as spam. And especially for newer families, if you haven't received anything, an email from the studio yet, it may automatically go to your spam folder because your email recognizes it as like marketing or spam or something like that. So if you ever get a text message from the studio that says check your email for this or that and you don't see it, check your spam folder. Do you all need me to send the October newsletter again? I sent it last week, but I want to make sure that you all are receiving it.
Yes, I do. This is Danielle, Layla Lee's mom.
Gotcha. I'll send it out again tonight, just so you guys have it. It
Yeah,
will
I
usually
second that.
be,
I second that.
I got you. It will usually be an attachment. And it's all decorated and festive according to the month. So this month is like orange and pumpkins and all that. So yeah, like I said, a lot of the information that we cover in the parent meetings, most of it comes from newsletter items that we've put in for that month. But of course, that way, if you guys have any questions or you need clarification, and hop on parent meeting and ask me, get what you need to make sure that everything makes sense and we're all on the same page. So I will send it to everybody. again tonight just so everybody has it. And then I usually try to have it done the a week words a week before that month starts. So for instance, I'm hoping to have November done by like October 26th. That way you guys have it a few days before the month actually starts so that we're ready for you can read it over, ask me questions. Of course, you don't have to wait until parent meeting to ask questions. You can email, text me, stop by the front desk. Um, but yeah, since I don't always get to interact with parents if I'm teaching or don't get an opportunity to just sit and talk with you and not have to rush into a class, this is the way that I really like to kind of connect with you all. So you have more access to me in case you feel like you can't get to me during the week. All right, 30 minutes. We are doing great. Any other questions, points of clarity that you guys need?
I do have another question.
Mhm.
Um,
Chloe, you sound so stuffed up.
I know, I'm sorry, guys. I just to be clear, or just to confirm, I should say, the costume fees are due by October 19th, right?
Yes.
And that is going to be sent to you. Is that through the portal, or are we doing that through like Cash App or something?
You can do a number of ways. So if you want to just submit a payment through the portal, you can with the card that you have on file. If you need to break it up, you can send it through Cash App or PayPal. Just put the dancer's name in the subject line. So you would say like Zuri costume fee. That way I know who it is, who it's from. Because sometimes we get payments from like grandma or auntie, and I'm like, I don't know this name. Who is this? So, because then we want to make sure that it's applied to the correct account. If you're paying for somebody, we want to make sure that it gets the payment history is updated for that dancer's account.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. All right. I think that's all my questions.
No worries. And if you have more, of course, stop by, come
Did
talk
you
to me.
did you okay, another quick question. Sorry. Did you add the shoe fee to Zuri's thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good, great, 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 great.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how much is the costume fee and tap shoes or whatever.
hmm So tap shoes, I want to say are 30. I'm almost certain. I'll double check for you because I don't have it in front of me right now. The costume fee is 95 per
Okay,
class. Um, plus do I have it with me? There's a hoodie that the dancers will wear at the end of the show, and that's a part of their costume fee as well. So it's 95 plus 40. So that's
okay,
the whole thing.
okay.
Shout out
Got
to the dads asking the questions. Yes.
it.
Come on, dance dads. We love it. Any more questions? I love that y'all are like so engaged today. Sometimes I'm like, is anybody there? Love this. We're here. Yeah, so the costume changes each season. So for instance, for December, most of them will be like red, green, gold, holiday themed because our Christmas show is a remix of the Nutcracker. So it's a whole production. It's a play, there's narration, there's dancing. Each class is its own character. So it's a whole thing. And then our spring show usually has its own theme. So for instance, we've done 90s, we've done uh, movies, soundtracks, things like that. So the costumes change per show, and the teachers let me know which costume they want for their dancers. It's a whole thing that goes like with the music and the costumes to fit the theme that we have for each show. Of course. Other questions? All right, other questions going once, twice? All right, good people. If nothing else, I'm going to end tonight's meeting. Like I said, it's our tonight's meeting was recorded. I should have that recording for you on our YouTube channel by tomorrow morning. Also, as we are getting ready as each class is getting ready for a showcase, we will also start recording choreography and our stretching routines, our warm up for each class. That way, dancers can practice at home. This also gives parents an opportunity to see what we're doing in the class. We don't normally have parents in the space. It's usually a distraction, but we do want you to see our progress, see what's going on, help your dancers practice at home. So we will have those videos up probably in the next few weeks. We'll learn a little bit more of the choreography in October. And so we should have those videos ready for you by like the top of November so you all can help your dancers prepare. Also a great way if you need a little break, just stand them in front of YouTube and say, okay, practice your dance. So you can, go wash the dishes or whatever. Have a quick little break to yourself. You're welcome. So yeah, that and again, we'll let you guys know when that's available. We'll share those links with you, remind you of which group your dancer is in, and you're looking for the right videos, all that jazz. And if nothing else, we'll see you guys on Tuesday or next Sunday. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.